We ain't gonna run for like this. Oh, when I want to run. See now, see the water.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up.
Oh, my God.
Underway from Cincinnati. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
I'm fine. Ready?
Yeah. I can't hear you. I already talked to her.
Up the middle to Brown. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry.
You got one in y'all room and one in the garage.
Here's Burrow.
Told him to start talking.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Did I tell you?
Says this will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week.
Watch the fade.
They failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too
the backspin, that bad boy.
For a touchback.
Lex, you can close these wide. Okay,
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
This is going to be easy.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Brings up 2nd and 4. First carry for James Conner. And this will be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Hey, don't quit, all right?
Good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down.
After this one, you are.
I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10 is Conner.
Get off me, boy. Get off me, boy. Walk into the end zone.
James Conner, 54 yards. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Makes the score Cardinals 7. Bengals.
We're on live stream, man, so everybody watching.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
Yeah, everybody's watching, bro.
Touchdown, back out to kick it away.
Oh, get the ball. Get the ball. Fumble.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how deep.
That's interception.
They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow.
We on
To
him.
the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get
We on the flat.
3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Kick.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's
Interception. He gonna quit.
by Sean Murphy Bunting.
He gonna quit.
The score is a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Legacy, come get this basket.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Again, they went for the fake, off for the extra point.
Okay, do that.
It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare
I
them
was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those?
Oh, yeah, that's mine.
15 on the PAT?
Fumble.
I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
23-yard line.
On one,
The
right?
Cincy
They're gonna
offense
try to
about
run to the
ready
right.
go here on their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
You wanna
and stacked
fumble?
That one's
Oh, my
incomplete
God.
by T. Higgins. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins, 75 yards.
Nobody scored on me.
The Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 13-7.
Now you piss me off. I'll take that personal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, you going all the way?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Through there again.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field.
Through there again. Let's go.
There he goes.
What you mean? Let's go.
Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
We wanted to fumble.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Wait.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Nice.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. He doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, he might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front.
Get over there and get him.
So now you get,
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, 41 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
it usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving
Now
to the
pissed
middle of
off,
the field,
man.
and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Murray going to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Arizona.
Here's Murray.
Catch that.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Murray now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Cardinals first down.
To throw is Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd and a couple. Murray again. This is Connor.
Come on, Connor.
For one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Arizona.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right, he had
Here's the ball.
just a split second too late on the release. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and
No.
up 4th down. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
Nice. That was me.
Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Burrow looking to pass.
I didn't let him catch that.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. Can. 11.
Burrow will throw.
I knew it.
His early struggles continue.
Get out of here.
Intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count.
Field goal out of
Big
this.
shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football
game, man.
first as the 2nd half gets started.
Now I was going to win regardless.
A little across the 25 to the 27.
I haven't lost a game in 68 days.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He's got some breathing room. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
You see an open hole, that's it.
Great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Bengals pretty good.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Cardinals first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, 24 yards. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. It's complete.
Come on.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And that's
Go ahead, my boy.
Short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40.
You say you want where? Let's roll.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
11 MT. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks
giving that up.
time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed.
Very
there,
thin.
and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion
Yeah,
to
might
give
as
this
well.
drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out.
Why you not jumping for the ball? That's a single coverage.
They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
They got some new stuff. Tonight. They got some new stuff.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Murray off play action. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Damn.
And this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this will stay a 12-point game. The Cincy offense about ready to
I had switched mine to tap. I need to go back to tap and hold.
To make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Big day. That's a flag on the offense.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least
He's throwing it when they already covered.
But he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
I don't know what kind of fucking play that was.
Back at the 13-yard line. Miles Murphy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away.
He's gonna go some turn skills.
All the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Hey, are you using free form passing?
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
Yeah.
The way they played this entire game. Not only they put their
Start holding L2
but every time they
and using the left trigger when you pass.
They find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here we go, here we go.
And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
11 mighty. Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to get you the game. I'm going to go play. Somebody got to play.
The last meeting we've had on it, the last Saturday in Miami, where Steve and Jared got with the training side, there are no competing scheduled as of now. Obviously, that award that goes on and it continues, and it's a very unfortunate award. The loss of life there is tremendous. The Russian side in particular is losing, I think they're losing now more soldiers than they're recruiting. But it's we're ready. We're ready to play whatever constructive role we can to bring that award to an end. But obviously, there are a lot of other things going on in the world.
That way, Ukraine. There were reports that the U.S. was going to divert some weapons for Ukraine in the pearl system to help make up for the munitions suspended in the Middle East. Is that accurate? And is that a message you communicate?
Well, it hasn't happened yet. Nothing yet has been diverted, but it could. I mean, frankly, it's not diverted. These are weapons. These are not diverted weapons. These are our weapons. Military sales through pearl paid for by NATO. And so the question at some point is, if we have a need, let me be clear. If the United States has a military need, whether it is to replenish our stocks or to fulfill some mission in the national interest of the United States, we're always going to come first. When it comes to our stuff, we've got to get free of every country in the world unless a country doesn't want to survive. So I don't have anything to announce. It's not like I can tell you that that's happening or not, but it could happen. And it could have always happened. If we need something for America,
my whole life has been public service. It's about people. And when we work together instead of yelling at each other, we get things done. We don't always get everything we want, but that's our system of government.
You on right now?
Don't give up. Keep working. We keep pushing.
Yeah,
and when we break ground on Nevada's first children's hospital, when crime rates come down, and when graduation rates improve, that motivates me. That's why I do it.
And then I fight. I know that he was in the game. Like, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to invite you. I'm going to send you an invite. Every time you play, the more matches are competitive. People act like, well, bro, yeah, mine is on something. No, you're not getting
Yo, let's get it. What it is. Oh yeah, I got a little secret weapon. They're a sleeper team though.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings
Coach.
us to Gillette Stadium.
The Raiders, if you switch around their depth chart, they got a good team.
Matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New England Patriots.
Yeah. I'll be putting Thornton in that slide. Kicking off first.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up. And we are underway in Foxborough.
We trying to get loose. We trying to get loose early. I'm trying to clog that middle left.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To the air right away is May. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll throw with May. Got a man.
We're going to kill him. We're trying to murder him.
Pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down.
To throw, it's May. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw, May.
Looking for all the short shit.
Run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Oh. Get my damn safety down. Thought you was going to go short.
And the Patriots will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
You see a defense trash?
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
Yeah. We'll figure it out, though.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner.
We'll take 2.
He can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25.
That's some corner routes.
Huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A give running right is Conner. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Yeah, the outside cut off. Let me get up the middle.
50 yards between this play and the last one. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Ooh, I thought he was going to take him.
Sack, but it's no
That was a
gain.
good tackle.
Up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
Right there.
Michael Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening
Yeah, you'd have stayed.
against them with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. Each team's had it. Each team has scored 7-7 here.
I need that. That's why I need you to move that one little inch.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Oh, that's yours. Damn.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way in.
That was supposed to be an interception.
Trevion Henderson, 57 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills.
Let's hear it familiar.
Because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Murray now going to do it himself. Still going inside the 20. And he is into the end zone.
That man got wheels.
Arizona. Kyler Murray, 51 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
What time is it?
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the shotgun, May with it. Now he swung out wide here for Henderson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the air, May. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Lock in.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's May.
He up there. He up there.
And incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Yards on the play. That's another Patriots first down. First and goal.
From the shotgun, it's May. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing here is May. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it
I
in
could stop you
football?
soon.
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Look, we take
We'll
it.
see a return here from the end zone. Now
Oh, my God.
Football. So a teammate picking him up.
That was going to be fucking disastrous.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
See, the third right out go for
One
that.
thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Throwing now is Murray. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fall, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
God. Who's it?
Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
They're going to look to throw. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground,
Who we play with?
we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
Yeah, I'm playing with a different
then your
playbook right
defense is
now.
gonna be in a lot of
I ain't
trouble.
RPO on today. I think I might have used one.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, There we go.
A
Their
chance
little
to
secret
really
team.
cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd.
He's going to try and
Dude, that's fumble talk.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped to the back.
Hey, that change off.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's crazy. Crazy.
They'll look to throw. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is
Did I get the ball back?
4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, so I need to score now.
And a lead now up to 14.
Cardinals 14.
I gotta get my rest down.
Morales back out to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
Oh, come on.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really
get out of here.
Football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more
That is a setup.
drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd down and 1.
Green.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Methodical, man.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Arizona.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Connor up the middle. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's the real.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run behind center with Connor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Cardinals first down.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Yep.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Right there, that's 5 yards.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Now Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6
that's a little Tasmanian devil.
Murray going to throw.
Get rid of it.
He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed.
I'm going to moving too fast.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
That shit ain't worth doing it.
They'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's
catch that!
Not convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. May looking to run. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
He can't fucking kick.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Stone! Let me do it!
Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. As time expires in the first half.
You should have just...
And the Cardinals get a late touchdown.
You should have ran the clock out.
Final play of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
What state they from?
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him short of the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
All right, we're going to get five and play, 5 or better.
Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tyler going to give this to Benson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. What we got?
We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On the handoff, Connor. And he is met in his
safe play
behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard.
It's a safe play.
With 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, yeah, we got him.
Murray now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Gonna look deep for Wilson.
Catch that. Catch that. Damn.
I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now.
Decent kid. Got a decent kid. We'll take that one. Bounce back. That's the Sarge.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner,
he muffed it.
Such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to
That's how you did get out of there late, all right.
Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help.
He's socking motherfucker.
We'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll throw with May.
Seen that too.
He finds Douglas complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as it tackles Maine here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's a loss of
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
I got to dig in. I need a pick.
To throw, it's May.
Interception. They in the pocket. It's a flag.
In your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way
They need to do super challenges like the UFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, May.
Like 85.
He's going to air one.
Get over there.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
All right. The ball back. Let's do something.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Back now in Foxborough.
Probably got an auto flip.
It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff to Connor. And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals 1st down as they get this up past the 35-yard line.
And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Murray now. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
That's blocking.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll come up on a 7 from the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Murray.
Get on his back shoulders.
This one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, here's Benson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Arizona.
To throw, it's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet on 2nd down.
He was defended by Christian Gonzalez.
From the gun, a give to Connor.
Come on, Connor.
And he'll get 4 there. Down to about the
Pay your money.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Murray. He'll try and do this himself. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Here we go. 1st and goal. Connor into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, it'll be Connor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Let's go, man.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Murray's got to have this one.
He caught that, baby!
It's a touchdown.
Yeah!
So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Ryland on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game. 28 all.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he's up across
He's
the 25,
trying to get to the outside.
to 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Crazy. Hey, here we go, son. Hey, what's up?
To the air, May.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's May. Completes it to Douglas.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's May. That's caught.
Let's kill him.
Diggs.
Fumble
And
that.
down as he's inside the 40.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts.
You can't squeeze that field goal. That's too much for
in
him.
this 4th quarter of play.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
No, go though.
May going to give it to Henderson. Another nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge
tough.
play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And this
1 second.
is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there, and he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner,
Come on,
right?
football
And, you know,
guys.
rookie kickers, usually the leash
Yes.
is kind of short, isn't it?
Yes.
And they went ahead and got that extended model for it now.
Where am I at?
That kick.
I'm about to kick a 70-yard field goal.
Here's 1st and 10. Murray, one final try. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's going to let it fly.
Flag!
That is gonna be
Flag!
incomplete. Boy, they get the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
What? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Well, yeah, bro, for a second, bro, he's not that long. It's like, bro, the fifth, it's not that. There's no way it's not that. There's two people right there. Like, shit. Yeah. But do we have to speak now? Anyway, yeah. No, it's true. There's one on the other various. Probably on the other right. I don't think so. You said that they're running. Cardinal is still there, bro. There's 3 people watching. I mean, what's her name? Allison, Nick, oh, there's a 4th person. Barrett, I love this 4th person. See, we got Speed. We have what's the generators, Alice Makers, here, sequence. There's like 6 people in this house. There's like 6 people. They sent me to that. Are you still continuing that game or? One of them need help immediately. Most of the time, it's Rex. We can. Yeah, he isn't send it with one slip. It is my yeah, it's something. It's hell. Oh, yes. You know what? Hold on. Yo, one in the. Oh, I'm glad I won the. We can use these. Yeah. I'm glad I wanted the ticket number. Okay, let me see. I'm clicking on the plus now. Let me see. Yeah, like his name online is just what it's done. I don't know if it's the sports. Yeah, I'm putting it right now. I wasn't sure if you remembered it or not. Nah, it doesn't. I didn't get him online. Yeah. Here, how about here? Let me recreate the lobby and then you try to find him because it's not working. Okay. Hold up. Do I gotta invite Titan and Sim? Yeah. You like on Madden, they got 2v2s and 3v3s. Say if multiple people want to play and it's like a lot of people in that jump, we could all play at the same time, for. But then since nobody else in the chat, we just gonna be playing random. But Cedric, I'm gonna be definitely playing Resident Evil though. You ain't played Resident Evil since PlayStation 1? That's funny. That's the old days Resident Evil right there. Right? That's the old Resident Evil. I actually love the classic Resident Evil because the classic ones was nice. Yeah, you like one of the. Say the worst. Yeah. You can do that. Since we are here anyway. Let me just create a lobby. I wasn't even thinking about the TV. I know that joint is definitely hard as hell. I know it's hard as hell. I had just invited both of y'all. I sent one to Titan and I sent one to one Done. Yeah, you probably want to know. Yeah, I'm ready. I ain't. Yo, David Johnson. One hack about Resident Evil, Cedric, is like that zombie that be like swinging that pole thing. That zombie could kill like those like the fat bulls, like the fat monster bull with like 3 hits. That's crazy. The one you join the lobby if you. Like, it's crazy.
Yo, what you do? And so we play on the same team? I ain't seen this shit in years. I didn't know they had this no more. Who got to do it? Somebody got to do the head coach? All right. Mm. Can you do this in college football? Mm. Where you play at? All right, hit the road. I'll check it. They won't let me do nothing no further. All right. Can't do. Oh wait. Supposed to hit play, right? Seahawks. I like. Let's go to Seahawks. Let's do Seahawks. What they have? Hey, hey, they should name the new basketball team the Seagulls. I might go trademark that shit. Mm-mm. I saw that, but I didn't know what it was till now. What y'all want to use for defense? Oh, You know what? This kind of mode would be fun in baseball. I mean, MLB the show. Yeah, the show MLB. But I wonder if we could have all three people playing the same way.
We welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up,
Electro?
it should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the
I haven't played him.
Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that'll carry.
You ever played that one dude, what's his name, Jay Prince? He be playing like that little, he play a lot of little kids for some reason. I'm starting to think that's not little kids. I think they're using a voice box.
Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Because they don't even show like the kid. He don't even show himself.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Who?
Now it's 2nd and 10.
I never played this mode.
At the 35-yard line.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That's caught by
I'll play with whoever.
Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'm a Raiders fan. I'm from LA.
Pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He is a straight smoker. He smoked dope. That's why.
Running right, here's Brown. And there is nowhere for him to cut back.
Nah, for real, all these players out here in Vegas, they be gambling all night and smoking dope and shit.
2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, you ever notice when they come play in Vegas, most teams when they leave, they have a fucked up game the next week.
Past the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Hold up. So I can change players, or I'm playing as a safety?
44 yards.
Oh, okay.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive.
Not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking in the end zone on a running play.
No, I'm good. I like my like right there. They look better like that. All right. I'm finna be the lead. I'm the lead blocker. I'm gonna be the lead blocker.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
I never play receiver. I'm on a dig. I'm on a dig out route.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Penalty accepted.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. I don't know why they do that.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, this safety come down. I'm on the tight end. Hit me on the seam. If this safety drop.
Now Darnold. Throw out wide to one.
Who need a block?
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 5. catch and run. 65 yards.
No wasting any time here before hitting on a big play. And that was something this defense talked about having to guard against. Not giving up big plays in the passing game. But here's one on the opening drive of the
RPO.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going?
Where am I? I'm blocking.
Inside,
is it a block button? Ooh.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Let's go.
Eric Sauber, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter on.
Where you going to kick it at? In between where? Hold on, where?
And this is
damn, I thought I had it.
The Bengals recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here.
Yeah, they had this on college football. This should be the shit.
In this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team.
I don't think a lot of people know about this.
Advantage, and they tried, they just didn't get it done.
Burrow looking to pass. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent.
Hey, y'all know y'all ever use the code where you can make all these teams college football teams? Oh, that's what that is.
Man right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. And
nigga strapped.
Down again. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
They out there doing they doing the Carlton. They doing that's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Accomplish offensively. I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
180. 180.
Now on 3rd and long.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Looking deep here for Chase.
That's picked off.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to
get I'm going to the corner. 88.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence.
Don't throw it.
This time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it?
I said don't throw it.
They find some open field here. Able to slither by. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot.
Hey, y'all want to know some crazy shit about the NBA?
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense?
Did you know before they changed the out of bounds rule, you had to fight for the ball if you went out of bounds?
Not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage.
You have to actually fight for it.
Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Big 13. Big 13.
Run right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last.
He's trying to go to the corner. He's sorry. He don't know how to play.
Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the results in a sack.
Second down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
On 2. Gun. Stop. 180. 180 shot. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Able to find him.
Oh, man.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag.
Bring that shit back.
So let's see what this is about. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
11 MT.
Pick two. Pick two coming up.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Bengals 13. Seahawks 6.
I don't think he know how to kick.
Pearson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball.
Number one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
I'm streaking. Shaheed. Let me see if I can get him on the slug up. All right.
The shotgun snap for Darnold.
Oh, you got to hit me.
And incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the
hit me at the numbers.
Continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So after the second down,
hit me at the numbers next time.
3rd and 6.
All right, I'm on a drag. Route. A circle. Oh, that's touchdown.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fake punt.
Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
Fake punt.
I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution on plays that have been called.
Hey, stem me up. Stem me up all the way to the 30-yard line.
On 4th down, Darnold.
Square.
Oh, and his early struggles
Fumble.
continue.
Fumble.
Another one intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Man, it's hot as fuck.
Come out with a 3-tight-end look on the first play of the drive.
11, 12.
All right.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Bumbo.
Reek Woolen in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Shit, I left my spot.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to
So he's going to pass.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
I'm gonna play DN. I'm gonna play DN. Somebody play linebacker and then somebody play safety.
He was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Here we go. 180.
Now Burrow.
We on him. That's picked off. He dropped it.
It's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow will throw.
That's picked off.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Sack. Let's go.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Hey, I gotta post it on the y'all be on the Facebook fan pages.
He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Damn, why is my
But Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
go on to Facebook and add this game to the pages?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
I'll take safety. I'm gonna take safety next time.
51 yards. And the Bengals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and
Call it cover 3.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that.
Next time call a nickel mid blitz. Then we'll take the safety spot.
There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive
RPO. What's the block button?
Maybe a touch more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So,
what do we call it?
frankly, to me, it's all about how
All right, I'm a jiggler.
but how you carry yourself.
I'm on the street. If the safety comes, now I'm on a deep cross.
How you continue to lead.
Throw it.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch.
He going to the other side, bro. It's a flood. It's flooded. Straight street. I'm open.
Really nice open field tackle.
No, I'm not. Square.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it.
Oh, hell no. Challenge it.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice to such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
You like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Seahawks 6. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away.
I'm up there. Put up, man.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone.
Hey, this dude is sucking. He don't even want to let. Well, everybody get a run back.
Drive the Seahawks offense.
Hey, I'm on the corner route.
Multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that,
let's square. Who else open?
At least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm
Call timeout. Call timeout.
They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some.
No! Intercepted for the third time. And he's got some space here.
The fuck?
He may go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Man.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively.
All right, go on that out route. Who cut? Somebody take Tuck.
Find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper.
Go.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this.
Who cup? Somebody take cup. With that linebacker right over you, go in, I'm going to throw it to you. Now we're going to run it. Somebody take the running back.
It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Go.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see.
Somebody go get on Smith Nigma. Out route. Deep out route.
And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, we needed that.
Complete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Same play, other side.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break, Darnold.
The touchdown, yeah!
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Jason Myers to kick off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 180. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Looking deep here for Chase. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Rose left me, man.
The line here to begin their next drive. The Seahawks offense.
Do this shit by myself.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
14 yards. That's good for the Seahawks. First down. A gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
A quick throw caught by Cup out wide. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 48 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get them some...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second in a bundle.
180. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out.
12. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the night. As his guys are able to push that lead out of...
I just wanted you to score fast, that's all.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch.
Playing 3-on-1, y'all. Just so y'all know.
Key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll try to sneak. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now it's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A.J. Barner, 27 yards. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit.
Yeah, nigga, sorry as fuck.
I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15,
and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Let's go!
Field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
A gain of 15 yards.
Up the middle, here's Walker. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run.
Catch the ball.
That's going to wind up incomplete.
nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Now he'll tuck it. Darnold, he lost the football. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
To throw is Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That nigga's in the thing.
Ken Walker from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will get him one closer. Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Nicky Manrory. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football.
Try to quit.
And sometimes
No, this shit over with.
It's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say,
Tell little ass down.
Next time, hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. 1 point game as we begin the fourth.
You got a diaper daddy.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Yet again. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On third down, here's Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. And here's Dixon.
Now, come on, man.
This one away. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. There he goes again.
We let you score, dumbass.
Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 48 yards. And the Bengals have taken a fourth quarter lead.
And that third counter there gives
Dummy.
them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive.
Now we have a fucking touchdown.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. That's caught at the 1.
Yeah.
And he is not
Good game, man.
make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one.
Fucking game.
Just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Come on, man. The fuck?
Plans, it is intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it?
Gives right over his run. So you don't want to see him grab the money man. Spread with the dough, right? The reason is okay, correct. What's your situation? A couple of people should get themselves the bag of these shoes. Without full it open up on console.
Once again, just keep
Suspects to drive solution. Low power clean water. Tap to your hose for 2 times the cleaning power. Scrub less to clean water. Case closed. Like going with the power clean water for home water. Get back here. Yes, matters. We stand strong in the forward and let's stay firing proudly off the 215 from car accidents to in-person injuries. Our team stayed ready with vast experience, patience, and your ability to dedicate to achieving justice and the compensation they deserve. You are hard to not to the walker, really stand out, over to the law person, and love that.
Experience time, official sound.
Just God.
She's going to the phone for Pete's sake.
Just God.
You reach in.
Yeah. What do?
What are you crazy? That's like the game you're still on the keys. Hey, Max, that's the problem. That's why none of these guys will play with you because you don't play fair.
Nice sport. What a nice sport. What a nice sport. Well, just gonna,
Now you can set a little cost. That's the judgment. Like the jobs. It is the color. I should be here. How many men have died? Guys, you're supposed to know you're a cop before you act. And I wouldn't believe it.
what I
Steve. You weren't exactly the class that you moved yourself. What you did was, shaved his man down. Look at it from the subject. His position, he's the one who shaves it. I don't look together. Either way, under the rules, that's self-defense. It's just so you have that section memorized. You're a regular John Wayne. Don't sit on the back room all day like you Alpha hotels.
If you two have a problem here, can we deal with it on real time? Now let's just get through all this schoolyard crap, cut through it and just tell me.
You're right. I should be told to come in anyway. You're the one. How many times was he hit? At night, combat conditions.
The suspect called the place. He wouldn't let it go down there.
He wouldn't? Well, who the hell put him in charge? You're the cop. He isn't. You're the one who makes the decision, not the suspect.
I was told what was necessary to protect myself and my partner.
There were no options. Now you get the picture. Let me see. You got this guy plugged up in a backup units are seconds away. Let him see the boots and rents. Let him know what he's up against. Then if he wants to wage war, you did everything you could. School's out. If you had backed off, would the suspect have gotten away? If you had backed out, you'd be alive hell. This is bull. For you to sit there and tell us what we should or shouldn't do in a dark alley in the middle of the night with a guy trying to shove bullets up our nose. Holy crap. What she did was right. So if you want to file formal charges, then do it. Because when it comes to what is and what isn't, you don't know squat. Hey, I'm not finished here. Yeah, well, I hit the lights.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I should have.
Gertie, stop it. All that second guessing does is mess up your mind. It makes for a fuzzy thing, and that'll get you killed. Last night you reacted to the situation, and you stopped to think for 1 second, and you're dead or I'm dead. Don't listen to those guys. They weren't there. We were.
It's not that you wouldn't have done it.
No. There was one play of it, and you made it.
Is there something wrong? I haven't had any volunteer hard on. If I did something wrong, it's suspended, but that don't make me feel like I'm guilty. If I did, just let me do my job. I read that I could do with that young job. You know, something's wrong. Have fun. Now, I think we're going right on straight to bed. Nothing more than this. Just want to be with you know? I know.
Hey.
Come back an hour and lunch break.
Come on, brown sugar. You squeeze you up. You got $50.
Shot, huh? You got $50 for the 12 of us. Is that right, sport?
Well, I wanted you. You family.
Let me get this straight. You want to pay me $50 to have sex with those children. Is that right?
60, if I can want.
Pulling it out. See this? My advice, though, my stuff. Never read the Cameron. Soliciting. Trying to get things in. Glaring on me. Hey.
That's the worst. Been over the man up to show you.
So Tiger Woods is behind bars in Florida, charged with driving under the influence.
Mr. Woods did exemplify signs of impairment.
Just before 2 p.m., the Martin County Sheriff's Office said the golfing legend was driving alone at high speed on a 30-mile-per-hour suburban road in Jupiter Island. The 50-year-old was trying to pass a pressure cleaner truck.
This is a small 2-lane road, and there was no shoulder for this pressure cleaner gentleman to get off the side of the road. As he was trying to move to the side of the road, the Land Rover overtook him at the last minute, swerved to avoid a collision, but clipped the back end of the trailer.
Authorities say Woods crawled out of the passenger door, and that he and the other driver are not injured.
Mr. Woods did a breathalyzer test with triple zeros, but when it came time for us to ask for a urinalysis test, he refused, and so he's been charged with DUI, with property damage, and refusal to submit the test.
Woods was also charged with driving under the influence of He He's driving under 90 miles per hour in a
DWI as well. I'm the one intoxicated.
Woods was not charged following that, but he did suffer numerous fractures in the right leg, requiring emergency surgery. But barely a year after that crash, Woods remarkably returned to golf on its biggest stage. He played at the 2022 Masters, and even on his fans in Augusta. Just last October, he underwent back surgery for the 7th time. And earlier this week, Woods returned to professional golf for the first time.
What's the year like?
Been trying for a while. Woods is dating President Trump's former daughter-in-law, Vanessa Trump. Later today, the president weighed in.
I feel so badly. He's got some difficulty there with an accident. That's all I know. Very close friend of mine.
Jesse Jones has been alive outside the jail where Tiger Woods is being held. Jesse, would you like to know when he could be released? Tom, the sheriff says that the earliest that Woods could be released is 8 hours after his arrest. That means the soonest we'll see that everything like him walking out of this jail is close to midnight. Meanwhile, we have reached out to Tom 15, but we have not heard back. Tom.
This is AP News Minute. Iran's nuclear facilities came under attack Friday, state media reported, just hours after Israel threatened to escalate and expand its campaign against Tehran. Iran's Atomic Energy Organization said there is no risk of contamination. President Donald Trump on Friday signed and promised executive action that will pay Transportation Security Administration employees after a deal that sought to do the same stalled in Congress. Trump signed the action with an eye toward easing long security lines and many conditions on airports. Pro-Iranian hacking group claims to have hacked an account of FBI Director Kash Patel and has posted online what appear to be years-old photographs of him, along with a work resume and other personal documents. Savannah Guthrie returning to NBC's Today Show on April 6th, 2 months after her 84-year-old mother's apparent abduction. In an interview that aired Friday, Guthrie said joy would be my protest.
Tonight, as security lines wrap around terminals from coast to coast, President Trump signing an emergency order directing the Department of Homeland Security to pay TS officers using existing funds, calling it an unprecedented emergency at airports. DHS saying TSA officers could start seeing paychecks as soon as Monday. This after another stunning breakdown on Capitol Hill. House Speaker Mike Johnson blasting a bill passed by the Republican-led Senate that would have immediately reopened DHS without funding for Border Patrol and ICE.
This gambit that was done last night is a joke. The Republicans are not going to be any part of any effort to reopen our borders or to stop immigration enforcement.
That move, guaranteeing the shutdown will extend indefinitely, with the two sides pointing fingers. The Speaker plans to put up a bill that would extend DHS funding, including ICE and Border Patrol, for 60 days. A plan Senate Democrats want reforms to ICE saying is dead on arrival. We press the Speaker. At one point, there's a leader on either side to stand up and say, we'll have a path forward.
I'm going to check your state.
This vote today will extend the shutdown under any circumstances.
No, it won't. This is not party blame game. This is a record.
We got a 565.
The American people must be sick of that stuff. They're sick of politics. They don't want this federal.
Yeah,
Even though TSA orders will be their agents to the damage may already be done. More than 480 TSA officers have already quit.
It looks like this is going to become the norm, and we're definitely reevaluating our ability to maintain the job.
All with travelers waiting for relief. Mike Grace showed up at Houston Airport and discovered his 4-hour drive to Dallas would be shorter than the security lines get on his flight. Ryan joins us now live. So Ryan, let's explain this to viewers. Nearly 500 TSA officers have quit. We know they are eventually going to get paid. Do we have any idea how long until security lines get back to normal? If you are traveling, it will take some time before things get back to normal. DHS hopes to begin paying the back pay to these TSA officers as soon as Monday, but as we pointed out, so many of them left the job, it could be at least a week or more before things get back to normal.
Now, we'll raise a security breach tonight to hack, involving the head of the FBI's personal email, private email and photos posted online, who's allegedly behind it. The FBI now responding to our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, cyber warfare unleashed with an Iranian-linked group hacking FBI Director Kash Patel's personal email and posting private messages involving Patel's family, photographs of him at the time before he became director.
As this war continues and as the regime is under tremendous pressure, it wouldn't surprise me to hear that the Iranians are potentially trying to take things to an even higher level.
The hacking posted apparently in direct retaliation. The Justice Department taking down several websites associated with the group known as Andala earlier this month. Tonight, Andala bluntly describing why they targeted Patel. Quote, while the FBI proudly seized our domains, we decided to respond to this particular show in a way that will be remembered forever. The group claims to have emails, conversations, documents, and even classified files. The FBI says the hacked material is historical in nature and involves no government information. And the FBI says the U.S. is offering a $10 million reward for information about the Andala hackers.
David, Pierre Thomas tonight. Pierre, thank you.
Hello, I'm Nero. Just Cassie Clinton. Thanks so much for tuning into your Southwest Regional Report.
And you niggas able to hack shit like that. Like, I mean, the file, you niggas that hack fucking Spotify. Like, they know to hack shit like that. Them niggas have unlimited credit scores. CPNs, though, they know how to do that shit to a fool. Mistakenly, when we was able to do us, the motherfucker that copy was the CPS, so imagine the white people that's really getting away with shit. These niggas walk in and get dunked out at home.
Those teams head into the region as the U.S. goes to break Iran's chokehold on the critical Strait of Hormuz. Senate stockholders to global energy market.
Breaking news in CNN, Tiger Woods has been involved in a rollover car crash on Jupiter Island, Florida. That's according to a report from CNN affiliate WPTV. There he's telling that station that the accident happened after 2 p.m.
Officials are said to be investigating, and they will provide additional details as they become available. CNN has reached out to the Martin County Sheriff's Office and Woods' agent, but we have not immediately heard back. The sheriff is expected to share more details later today. Woods, of course, was involved in a car accident back in 2009 when he was at the height of his career and was one of the world's highest-paid athletes. He was also involved in a very serious accident in 2021. We're going to bring you some more information as we do get it.
Tonight, the House is poised to pass the Homeland Security Plan, but do not get your hopes up. It's a non-starter over in the Senate, so there remains no end in sight to the partial government shutdown. No end in sight for those longer than long lines at many U.S. airports because TSA workers aren't getting paid, and many of them are calling in sick. You might remember the Senate last night passed its own version, but that was deemed a non-starter in the House because conservatives revolted. Speaker Mike Johnson calling the Senate bill a joke. The Republicans are not going to be a party to this. They've taken hostage the funding processes of government so that they can impose their radical agenda on the American people, and we can't have any part of it. This gambit that was done last night is a joke. I'm quite convinced that it can't be that every Senate Republican read the language of this bill. For his part, President Trump says he's not going to wait for Congress to reach a compromise. He's ordering the DHS to find the money to pay TSA agents. But exactly how, even if that will work, is still a bit unclear. So for more on how we got here and whether we are any closer to a deal, join us here in congressional correspondent, Lauren Fox. Lauren, these are Republicans, the Speaker of the House and the Senate Majority Leader, yet they seem completely out of the Senate.
Yeah, I mean, these two sides have been at odds all day. And look, the Senate-House dynamic is a tale as old as time up here on Capitol Hill. There's always been tension between these two chambers because fundamentally they have different rules, and therefore their Republican leadership has to play a different game. Obviously, Majority Leader John Thune has to get Democratic votes to pass legislation. That's just how it works when it comes to these spending bills. As such, he moved forward last night with a proposal that got 100 senators to agree to it. Obviously, that is no small feat. It passed at 3 in the morning, and then this morning, when Speaker Mike Johnson woke up, he was not pleased with what had passed in this package, in part because of the backlash that was coming from his conservative wing of the party. So what they are doing tonight, in just a couple of hours, is they will vote for this package to fund the entire Department of Homeland Security for a few weeks. This will just get them into mid-May. Of course, we don't expect that the Senate's going to come back from their 2-week recess to pass this legislation because it doesn't have the support of Democrats. The Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, swiftly put out a statement making it clear that Democrats are not going to support this piece of legislation. So now they're back to square one, essentially, and there is just continuing building pressure on Majority Leader John Thune from conservatives all over social media who are irate about the decision that he made last night to try to get a way out of this shutdown that has gone on and obviously created chaos at airports and frustrated TSA officers who are calling out sick, who are having to take extreme measures in order to pay their bills and keep food on the table for their families. So that is the dynamic this morning, or excuse me, this evening. It's been a long day, John, on Capitol Hill, but it is seemingly really been safe here for this shutdown.
And you may know that things Lauren Fox appreciate that one day for your report. Thank you very much.
Holmes is live at the White House, but you know, I just did on the U.S. base in Saudi Arabia that was attacked to shoot over in Tel Aviv. But Crystal, let me start with you, because obviously this base being attacked, we now know multiple U.S. service members injured, casualties. We're waiting for the number, but obviously this is significant. What are you learning?
Well, we have learned this was an audio message right on Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. We do know that there were several U.S. service members who were
killed or injured, but we don't know the degree of those injuries. It's very clear that there was significant information as to how serious those injuries were, and that's why we're not putting out what we've heard, since there are different reports coming out. I want to get that, make sure we have the right information before we put it out. Now, it's unclear how many service members were impacted by this, but they are clear that this was an Iranian attack, and that it is U.S. service members who have been hurt because of this.
All right, Kristen, thank you very much. As we're learning more on this, what we need to get more, as Kristen said, on the the level of those injuries, how many people, and obviously we do know that Iran has been very successful in targeting certain bases and parts of bases to target U.S. troops. So if this was that, it was successful. We still don't know, but more information are coming in as we're trying to understand the depth of these injuries and these casualties. I want to go to Jim Shudo in Tel Aviv. And Jim, Iran's attacks, we talked about air base, but not letting up after 28 days of the war, you're seeing more and more use of cluster munitions.
No question. We should be clear, those Iranian missiles with those cluster warheads are designed to strike civilian targets. And within the span of minutes here in Tel Aviv, we saw 2 of them. They exploded over the city skyline. They look like fireworks. They're not, because each of those points of light that emanates from there is an explosive, a submunition, and one of them exploded just over our heads and landed not far from where we are here down the street, and sadly killed one person, injured others. There were other injuries to the east of the city. And what this shows is that Iran maintains the capability to lash out. It is said that its attackers would pay a heavy price for attacks, and today they were able to exact the price here in Tel Aviv on those U.S. service members in Saudi Arabia, with attacks on Kuwait, on Saudi Arabia as well, and on Jordan. And there was a Thai tanker on fire in the Persian Gulf today as well. At the same time, for its part, Israel has been expanding its attacks on Iran on things that Iran holds dear, civilian nuclear power plants, steel plants. It all contradicts the talk of diplomacy that we heard from the President and the Secretary of State.
It certainly does, and obviously power plants, nuclear or not, if you're talking about that, obviously opening the door here to horrific escalation. Jim Shudo, thank you very much.
The administration moving forward on this executive action to pay TSA agents. Given the pain that they face, that's something you support, given the fact that there doesn't seem to be a legislative outcome coming soon based on how strong.
We called for Donald Trump to do this weeks ago. Donald Trump and Republicans have now shut down the Department of Homeland Security for 42 days. They forced TSA agents to work without pay. They're inconveniencing millions of Americans, and they're creating chaos at airports all across the land. Donald Trump believes claim he did not have this authority. Of course he did. But what we need to happen right now is for House Republicans to bring bipartisan legislation that was unanimously passed by the Senate to the floor so we can end this Trump Republican shutdown today.
We're also welcoming an open story out of the Justice Department, FBI Director Catherine Zell's personal email account apparently has been hacked by individuals linked to the Iranian government.
CNN has confirmed that hackers have also posted some of the information found, like private photos and documents. CNN senior justice correspondent Evan Perez is here with more, and I mean, your sources are telling you that these images, they are real. Tell us more and what DOJ is saying about them.
Well, the hackers seem to be releasing documents and images of emails from 2011 to 2022. So this is before Cash Patel became the FBI director. A lot of them are just mundane things. There are some of his travel plans. There are things that he forwarded from his DOJ email from when he was in the National Security Division. This is, again, years ago. There are photos and so on. And it appears that these Iranian-linked hackers have been targeting a number of officials over the last few weeks. It's absolutely believed to be in connection to the Iran war, that the U.S. and Israeli war in Iran, as a way for them to show what their capabilities are. We got a statement from the FBI. They say that the FBI is aware of malicious actors targeting Director Patel's personal email information and this activity, and they point out again that the information in question is historical and it involves no government information. But obviously, this is a very serious thing because the capabilities of the Iranians has broken in the last few years. And I should remember, I should remind everyone that it was a previous hack in 2024 where they targeted Gidea Patel, they targeted a number of other officials, people who were associated with Donald Trump. And John Bolton ended up getting into legal problems because of those charges that he is now facing arose in part from some of the things that the FBI found after the Iranians hacked into his personal email account. So there are consequences to some of this beyond just, of course, the embarrassment of the FBI director having his own personal email being breached by these hackers.
Breaking news, a key air traffic control facility on the East Coast now being evacuated, triggering ground stops for flights to some of America's busiest airports, Reagan, Dulles, Seattle, and the Washington area, but also across the mid-Atlantic and to the travel lane for nationwide. That's the exception right now, though, they're trying to get a deal and the government shutdown to fund DHS, which oversees the 61,000 TSA employees who are now missing a second paycheck. President Trump says he's ordered DHS to pay TSA employees. It comes early as Monday, but it's unclear where the money comes from, so this is also very complicated. Piedmontine is out front at Thurgood Marshall Airport in Baltimore. BWI, tons of ground stops now. We do have a line for TSA and now ground stops that are happening here with a tower possibly evacuated in the region. You don't get no why. What are you learning?
It sounds like smoke was the reason for this evacuation at the Potomac Terminal Radar Approach Control Facility in Warrenton, Virginia. That's responsible for about 20,000 miles of airspace, Aaron, and that is still key. It's the most critical radar facility overseeing all of the DC area, meaning here at BWI, Dulles, DCA, all and ground stops now. Really adds on top of the level of frustration that you're seeing here in the lines at BWI. This is one of the worst airports nationwide when it comes to TSA callouts. The sign up there says checkpoint wait times to the C checkpoint, A and B are closed because of TSA staffing, and it says we're experiencing longer than normal wait times. That's one way of putting it. It takes people about 2 hours to get to this point in line. This is where the normal line for TSA starts, and this is what it looks like on Sunday. People come in from outside at that door there, door 8. Then this line snakes down this hallway, goes to the D concourse and back, then goes down another hallway here, makes a 180 and comes back. Feels like the Truman Show because you're seeing the same people over and over and over again. I want to show you what it's like outside because that's where this line actually begins. 31,000 people. That's what the airport expected to pass through here today. It's the official start of spring break for students of Anne Arundel County Schools, which is where we are right now. This is the line that's outside. At one point, it was all the way to the entrance of the airport. There's a person down there holding a sign that says, end of the line. It's taking people 3 hours to be in this line to get to the concourse. This is not ending anytime soon, even though President Trump says he will make the money for at least for TSA workers. 37% of TSA workers have called out here most recently.
Just absolutely incredible what you're seeing there. Now it's those ground stops, you said there's possibly smoke in air traffic control. All right, thank you very much, Piedmontine.
When we buy Russian gas, we help indirectly finance Putin's terrible war in Ukraine, so for that reason alone. But apart from that, it's also very clear that we've been in that situation before and it was not good for Europe. We were dependent on an enemy. And Putin weaponized that energy against us, blackmailed member states of the European Union, and we can never go back to that situation.
When do you expect that Europe will be able to make up the shortfall? Because the initial shift from Russia took it to Qatar, particularly the regime. Now that's gone. Asia's demanding energy. The US can't really provide much more. So there's going to be a shortage in Europe, I think, do you think?
Well, actually not. This is not a security of supply issue for us. We have many sources of energy, and we have diversified our suppliers. But you are right in pointing to that this is a real crisis for us, but it's more crisis that has to do with the prices. That is serious enough in itself, but it does have some repercussions in regards to which tools we can use to solve these problems, and they are very different whether or not we're speaking about price rises or as security as supply prices.
75-year-old Abdullah Rahman is breathing his labor, his face, bloody, and swollen. Both his growing. His family and multiple eyewitnesses say Israeli settlers stormed into his home in the middle of the night, beating him to a pulp. In his West Side village, Garcia, those same settlers have now established an outpost considered illegal even under Israeli law. Soldiers standing idly by, those of the others who offer protection. Producer Abir Salman identifies us as journalists who translated soldiers' demands.
So the soldiers just immediately came up and started pointing the weapons directly at us, telling everyone to sit down immediately. Obviously, we're not posing any threat here.
The commander comes straight for our camera. Within seconds, a soldier has just put photojournalist Cyril Theophilus in chokehold, forcing him to the ground. The soldier who assaulted Theophilus continues to demand he turn off his camera. Another smacks their phone.
So as you can see, what we have seen happen in the last 24 hours is that settlers came to this area. They settled down over the and then you have a lot of soldiers coming to this area with the Palestinians in this area. But on top of the home of Imad, the man that we were just speaking to, we're seeing the soldiers treat the Palestinians in the area as a threat, when really what started this problem is that obviously the settlers came in the middle of the night and took over land.
The Palestinians here are detained and questioned. Soldiers detain us too while the settlers are vehicle. They say they're trying to establish order between settlers and Palestinians. But as the cameras keep rolling, it becomes clear these soldiers are here in service of the settler movement. They also say it's personal. These soldiers tell me they were friends with the 18-year-old settler who authorities say was killed last week by a Palestinian driver. Palestinians dispute that account.
So we're currently detained by the Israeli military to sit in our cars and wait. As you can see one of them is right here. And it's really quite striking.
This soldier here makes that crystal clear. זה לא יישוב עכשיו, זה לא יישוב חוקי, כן? זה לא יישוב חוקי. אז זה יהיה. ואיך אתה יודע? בגלל עזרה שלו, כן? Meir is describing the settler playbook. The role of Israeli soldiers often played in prompting gun. The Israeli military did not respond to CNN's question about soldiers' conduct in the West Bank, including our detention. Amid the war with Iran, those efforts are intensifying. at least 4 outposts established this week alone. Land often taken with the blood of Palestinians. I didn't expect this, the adult son says. This is not normal.
So just as we're visiting one patient in the hospital in settler attack, we just learned that there have been multiple other settler attacks in the area, and one of the patients is at the same hospital.
29-year-old Sakar Salman said a scuffle broke out after settlers came onto his land, and one of them clubbed him in the back of the head. When the soldiers arrived, he says they arrested him, beat him with their guns. The soldiers are a protection for the settlers. I would tell the soldiers that they stole my sheep, and they would say that I'm lying, that I'm the one who attacked them. Every time I tried to say something, the soldiers would beat me. The settler says, always with freedom.
What part? These aspects I didn't smoke it before going out with them. So they've just gotten down to the cave. They've got a couple of days to kind of finally get themselves ready to go and spend a little bit of time with their families to come down there and really last chance to feel like you got everything ready to go. It's an exciting time actually to get close to launch time. How much of it is together instead of saying people are trying to say very good. So technically, you're going to consider it. Typical astronaut critters, I'm not sure what happens as long as it's not like, you don't really want to make the big mistake. Christmas coming downstairs and everybody did buy something great. That's just what clients space. Oh, what's better than those?
20,000 supplies spread on the on the far side of the house. And the captain of this helicopter was one of them.
We could see for the place neighborhood network services initially, we would have saved shop.
After 3 weeks, having smart about the ones is now a safe passage out of the way. We got selected for by some everybody takes whatever the all cities finds and it suits whatever they're going to do. They got it. This foundation is located as the security pilot of 3 on this. Since the development there have been 7 and more than a dozen vessels attacked the Blood. And the bar is the CEO of Coastal Base, the Colonel, he was distracted, discovered, who will have to follow the
So they try to go around.
dozen vessels. Oh, he's the best for the city of Sliding.
They say that I have to look at food.
She had drive by.
Drive like that. If they ain't cool, don't be trying to go up that dark.
Everyone
Going around.
That's what when one food contravailable and getting out there.
Drive my lane, I'll switch lane.
There's having hockey crisis
Not all the way.
started at sea because that's not happening. As well as the Russian invasion of Ukraine and
I said, like, I'm going to do this because we should have.
the war in the Middle East is unprecedented.
It's an extremely difficult scenario to navigate going. I think the situation
Yeah, further show the size of the bigger.
very difficult to identify one single way
The U.S. should be the consultants only for a state border and the boundaries there is no. The law now says what it calls non-hostile because they transit the Strait of Hormuz in terms more vessels are crossing, but the future is uncertain. Can vessels even cross when the entire region is frozen?
Well, but we can say it will be a lot safe passage. The conditions of safe passage depend on various and projects involved even.
The shipping industry transports 90% of all manufactured goods, making seafarers vital to the global trade. And you're the son of a seafarer. So it doesn't take a moment like this for us to realize and appreciate the aesthetical nature of these words.
I wish it did. I wish that we all understood the effective nature of seafarers, given the importance that they have in global trade.
Thousands of It's a simple words now spreaded at sea and afraid to avoid the next sea.
So we get all the main frequencies being powerful near the spectrum at the lows. In the case of the down, it's the Nasdaq has a correction. The S&P still has some way to go before that enters a correction. It's 10% of its recent high. Investors are closing on investors are concerned, obviously, on the war in Iraq, escalation. The US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, the man at the president, said is leading the talks. He said America can achieve its aims without putting boots on the ground.
It's not going to be a problem. The objectives are not, again, I repeat, because I see people report, I mean, use the talk to figure out what objectives are. We've been able to accomplish this for a very short time, but what the objectives of the plan are. We're going to destroy the factories so they can control the markets and firms. We're going to destroy the Navy, we're going to destroy their governments, and we are going to significantly destroy the Slovakia so they can never deny the United States to get a nuclear weapon. We are achieving all those objectives, we are ahead of schedule on close to them, and we can achieve them without any advances, without any threat.
And then just tell them and despite the president's reassurances, remember stocks erased the losses on March the 9th after he said the war in Iran is pretty much complete, that's what he said, and the next day they went. And stocks got for a roaring start on the day when he delayed his plan for Iran to reopen the Straits on the rest of the after yesterday's selling, this group social post led to a brief spike in the future, and the verdict gave way to today's sell. Sam Snowdon is the chief investment strategist at CFR. Sam is always good to see you. We'll be able to way in strategists in the short time. But first of all, the raw fact is that despite all of that, the source of continuing, and they are pretty constant.
Richard, economies that all sizes, all styles, and 9 of 11 sectors are in negative territory, as well as more than 70% of the 750s in the broad market. So it's unwilling what we saw last year, the Liberation Day sell-off, because this is now a true priority for event, rather than last year's tariffs were really the decision of the president alone.
I think what they did wrong from President Trump yesterday was talking about NATO policy.
That's 25 years ago that NATO is the place for something, but more importantly, that we'll come to their rescue, but they will never come to ours. That's why I'm so disappointed in NATO, because this was a test in NATO. This was a test. You don't have to. If you don't have, if you're not going to we're going to remember. Just remember this in a matter of months ago, remember my sentence.
Since Friday something, we've covered the U.S. national security for years. What do you make of these remarks?
Listen, it's a clear threat. President Trump has been quite public his doubts about NATO for years, frankly. Going back to the first administration, some of his former senior advisors told me he's quite close to withdrawing from NATO in his first term. Prior to his second term, some of those same advisors said they would be worried about NATO in the second term. We've already seen the splits. Just a few weeks ago, there was practically a breaking point in the alliance. President Trump was insisting on taking the territory of another NATO ally, Denmark, in Greenland, which is only really a truce declared. The president's ambitions have gone nowhere. And in addition to that, of course, President Trump said repeatedly, Ukraine is not his war, not America's war, despite the enormous threat it poses to Europe, and despite the enormous threat that Russia poses directly to Europe and to those same NATO allies. So the president, in that language there, though he has pushed, certainly to this direction of Greenland on using U.S. support for Ukraine and questioning the alliance as a whole, seems to be creating a justification now by saying that because the NATO nations did not listen to his request to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, that they're going to pay for it, right? And after those comments you played, you used the phrase never forget. All that historical significance and describe that. I've been speaking to officials from NATO allies for the last several months about their concerns about his commitment to NATO. They are real. They don't believe the U.S. is the ally that wants blood. They can rely on it. The only time in those words increase those fears.
So the conservative stand for the CPAC conference, you would expect pretty solid support from a conservative president. That said, the country was now at war, and some of the right up they were voting against when they pulled the lever on Donald Trump, or to consolidate that CPAC and that war.
When it comes to Iran, how do you feel about that? I'm happy. I'm not happy at all. President Trump ran and no new reports. What's getting the war in Iran?
Unfortunately, I think it's necessary. The only president that had the backbone to take it on.
Here at the Constitution, Alex, opinion is divided about the war in Iran.
Right now, I'm optimistic about this. If I am a Republican that wants a forever war, do I want troops on the ground? Do I want Iraq to war? No. Through what he's accomplished in the past, what he did with Maduro, I'm very confident that this will be a success as well. As long as it's a temporary thing. I mean, if this is something that's still going on in months from now, then the Republicans will just submit it to
So you're concerned that it's going to drag out to a long-term war?
But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Trump will allow that to happen. He's a president of peace. He was in for 4 years and there was no war.
I feel like we've been operating into a war that shouldn't be ours. It should be Israel's. Obviously, I don't think that Iran should have a nuclear weapon, but for 20 plus years they've been saying Iran is on the verge of a nuclear weapon. Okay, where's the nuclear weapon? What did you say? People say, well, this is Israel.
I don't even follow politics, but if this thing is safe and this other person that is away from me, I'm fucking it. They get a blue and fall off the face of everything you can. And it's all over. Donald Trump. Oh, I meant to tell you what one of the black guys, one of the
like to control them.
the reprimitive plants, they interviewed his dad the other day. Listen,
You feel this one?
he was remember the black one, the only black one from the refueling plant.
I think it's.
He said, Dad, I can't tell you the specifics. You know that word. He said, but
We hear the phrase.
if the citizens of the United States knew what we knew, they would have no, what he said, they would have no objection to the war. I swear to God, I can't tell you no specifics, Dad, but if citizens knew what we knew, they wouldn't object this one bit. That was his exact words.
I've come here to plead the president to stay in the fight.
There's pressure here in the United States on Trump and the administration to stay the war.
I get the concern because people have trauma from Iraq and Afghanistan wars. But think about the future alliance between a best friend Iran and the United States. How much your price of oil will go down.
Iran is not a
No objection. Nobody would object to this.
They should have some motherfucking nuclear bomb on them. Who the fuck going to jail to?
Value
Nobody.
its official mission statement is independence
We
and
get you out
impartiality.
this
So
shit.
I think that one to them, they want us to
No.
get the Attorney General, the one who
Our president said they was gonna get us, get them president.
at the Department of Justice. On one of the most political stages, the annual Republican pep rally at CPAC, talking about the prosecutors and agents involved in the Trump criminal prosecutions during the Biden administration.
There is not a single man or woman at the Department of Justice who had anything to do with those prosecutions.
How many of you came?
Over 200. Over 200 either left before we came in, they was coming or was fired or was temporary retirement. They are no longer employed with this department.
Just a reminder of what Kaplan's job was during those prosecutions. He was Donald Trump's personal lawyer. And when he was a criminal, that happened when he was a criminal defendant facing an assortment of felony charges. Blanche represented others charged in those investigations too, or small reporters, or back now. So Lou, I just want to underscore that, we kind of have gotten used to the new normal. This is not normal. This is so remarkable that you have the Deputy Attorney General, on stage, appealing to the Republican base by reminding them of all.
You see that Tiger Woods has been involved in a rollover car crash on Jupiter Island, Florida. It's according to a report from CNN affiliate of the QTV. Deputies telling that station that the accident happened after 2 p.m. today.
Officials are said to be investigating and they will provide additional details as they become available. CNN has reached out to the Martin County Sheriff's Office and Woods' agent, but we have not immediately heard back. The sheriff is expected to share more details later today. Woods, of course, was involved in a car accident back in 2009 that was the height of his career and was one of the world's highest paid athletes. He was also involved in a very serious accident in 2021. We're going to bring you some more information as we can get it.
Tonight, the House is poised to pass a Homeland Security Fund, but due not get Cheryl up, it's a non-starter for the Senate, so there remains the only decide to the partial government shutdown. The only decide to the long line with many U.S. airports because TSA workers aren't getting paid. Many of them are calling it sick. You might remember the Senate last night passed its own version, but that was deemed a non-starter in the House because conservatives were voting. People like Johnson calling the Senate bill a joke. The Republicans were not going to be a party to this. They've taken hostage the funding process of the government so that they can impose their radical agenda on the American people, and we can't have any part of it. This gambit that was done last night is a joke. I'm quite convinced that it can't be very Senate Republicans read the language of this bill. Very far, President Trump says he's not going to wait for Congress to reach a compromise. He's ordering DHS to find the money to pay TSA agents. But exactly how, even if that will work, is still a bit unclear. So for more on how we got here, whether we are any closer to a deal, I've seen that congressional correspondent, Lauren Fox. Lauren, these are Republicans, the Speaker of the House and the Senate Majority Leader, they seem completely out of the Senate.
Yeah, I mean, these two sides have been at odds all day. And look, the Senate House dynamic is a tale as old as time here on Capitol Hill. There's always been tension between these two chambers because fundamentally they have different rules and therefore their Republican leadership has to play a different game. Obviously, Leader Jonathan has to get Democratic votes to pass legislation. That's just how it works when it goes to the Senate. That got 100 senators to agree to it. Obviously, that is no small feat. It passed at 3 in the morning, and then this morning, when Speaker Mike Johnson woke up, he was not pleased with what had passed in this package, in part because of the backlash that was coming from his conservative wing of the party. So what they are doing tonight, in just a couple of hours,
is they will vote for this package to fund the entire Department of Homeland Security for a few weeks. This would just get them into mid-May. Of course, we don't expect the President's going to come back from their 2-week recess to pass this legislation because it doesn't have the support of Democrats. The minority leader, Chuck Schumer, swiftly put out a statement making it clear that Democrats are not going to support this piece of legislation. So now we're back to square one, essentially, and there is just continuing building pressure on Majority Leader John Thune for conservatives all over social media who are irate about the decision that he made last night to try to get away out of this shutdown that has gone on, and obviously created chaos at airports and frustrated TSA officers who are calling out sick, who are having to take extreme measures in order to pay their bills and keep food on the table for their families. So that is the dynamic this morning, or excuse me, this evening. It's been a long day, John, on the Capitol Hill, but it is seemingly no one can stand up here for the shutdown.
Steve, good night. It's part of our appreciate that all the here for it. Thank you very much.
Holmes is live at the White House with news just in on the U.S. base in Saudi Arabia that was attacked. The shooter was in Tel Aviv. So let me start with you, because obviously this base being attacked, and we now know multiple U.S. service members injured, casualties. We're waiting for the number, but obviously this is significant. What are you learning?
Well, we have learned this was Iranian infantry on Prince Sultan areas in Saudi Arabia. We do know that there were several U.S. service members who were impacted, who were injured, but we don't know the degree of those injuries. And to be clear, there was conflicting information as to how serious those injuries were, and that's why we're putting out what confirmed, since there are different reports coming out. And when I get U.S. service members who have been hurt because of this.
Great, Kristen, thank you very much. As we're learning more on this, we're waiting to get more, as Kristen said, on the significant level of those injuries, how many people, and obviously we do know that Iran has been very successful in targeting certain places and parts of bases to target U.S. troops. So if this was that, it was successful, we still don't know, but more information is coming in as we're trying to understand the depth of these injuries and these casualties. I want to go to Jim Shudo with Tel Aviv. And Jim, Iran's attack, you talked about that airbase, but not letting up for 28 days of the war, and we're seeing more and more use of cluster munitions.
No question. We should be clear that those Iranian missiles with those cluster warheads are designed to strike civilian targets. And within the span of minutes here at Tel Aviv, we saw two of them exploding over the city skyline. They look like fireworks. They're not, because each of those points of light that emanates from there is an explosive submunition, and one of them exploded just over our heads and landed not far from where we are here down the street, and sadly killed one person, injured others, or other injuries to the east of the city. And what it shows is that Iran maintains a capability to lash out, and instead that its attackers would pay a heavy price for it. And today they were able to exact the price here in Tel Aviv on those U.S. service members in Saudi Arabia, with attacks on Kuwait, on Saudi Arabia as well, and on Jordan. And there was a Thai tanker on fire in the Persian Gulf today as well. At the same time, this far, Israel has been expanding its attacks on Iran, on things that Iran holds dear, civilian nuclear power plants, steel plants. It all contradicts the talk of diplomacy that we heard from the President and the Secretary of State.
It certainly does, and obviously, power plants, nuclear or not, we're talking about that, obviously, opening the door there to further explosion. Jim Shudo, thank you very much.
Business on public. Poll for Donald Trump this week. Donald Trump and Republicans have now shut down the Department of Homeland Security for 22 days. They forced TSA agents to work without pay. They're inconveniencing millions of Americans, and they create did not have this authority. Of course he did. But what we need to happen right now is for House Republicans to bring bipartisan legislation that was unanimously passed by the Senate to the floor so we can end this Trump Republican shutdown today.
We're also calling the health story out of the telephone, the FBI's personal email account. Apparently, it's been hacked by individuals going to the Iran government.
CNN has confirmed that hackers also posted some of the information found, like private photos and documents. CNN senior justice correspondent Evan Torres is here with more, and having your sources are telling you that the images, they are real. Tell us more, and what do they say about them?
Well, the hackers seem to be releasing documents and images of the internet from 2011 to 2022. So this is before Casper became the FBI director. A lot of them are just mundane things. Some of this travel, and there are things that he forwarded from his DOJ email from when he was in the National Security Division. This is, again, years ago. There are photos and so on. And it appears that these Iranian hackers have been targeting a number of officials over the last few weeks. It's absolutely believed to be in connection to the Iran war that the U.S. is having with Iran. As a way for them to show what their capabilities are. We got a statement from the FBI. They say that the FBI is aware of the malicious actors targeting their personal email information and is taking all necessary steps to mitigate potential risks associated with this activity. And they point out again that the information in question is historical and it involves no government information. But this is a very serious thing because the capabilities of the Iranians has grown in the last few years. And I should remind everyone that in the previous since 2024, where they targeted Cash Patel, they targeted a number of other officials, people who were associated with Donald Trump. And one of those, John Bolton, ended up getting into legal problems because of those charges that he is now facing arose in part from some of the things that the FBI found after the Iranians hacked into his personal email account. So there are consequences to some of this beyond just, of course, the embarrassment of having the FBI director having his own personal email being breached by these hackers.
Breaking news, a key air traffic control facility on the East Coast now being evacuated, triggering ground stops for flight to some of America's busiest airports, Reagan, Dulles, BWI, on the Washington area, but also across the Mid-Atlantic, happening to the travel center nationwide. The House succession now, though, they're trying to get a deal that the government shut down, fund DHS, which oversees the 61,000 TSA employees who are now missing a second paycheck. President Trump says he's ordered DHS to pay TSA employees. The checks could come as early as Monday, but it doesn't clear where the money comes from, so it's all still very complicated. P-1 is out front at Thurgood Marshall Airport in Baltimore. BWI, tons of ground stops now. We do have a line to TSA, and now ground stops that are happening here with a tower possibly evacuated in the region. We don't yet know why. What are you learning?
It sounds like smoke was the reason for this evacuation at the Potomac Terminal Radar Approach Control Facility in Warrenton, Virginia, that's responsible for about 20,000 miles of airspace, Aaron, and that is so key. It's the most critical radar facility overseeing all of the DC area, meaning here at BWI, Dulles, DCA, all in ground stops now. Really adds on top of the level of frustration that you're seeing here in the lines at BWI. This is one of the worst airports nationwide when it comes to TSA call-outs. The sign up there says checkpoint wait time. This is the C checkpoint. A and B are closed because of the TSA staffing, and it says we're experiencing longer than normal wait times. That's one way of putting it. Takes people about 2 hours to get to this point in line. This is where the normal line for TSA starts, and this is what it looks like behind you. People come in from outside at that door there, door 8. Then this line stays down this hallway, goes to the D concourse and back, then goes down another hallway here, makes a 180 and comes back. Feels like the Truman Show because you're seeing the same people over and over and over again. I want to show you what it's like outside, because that's where this line actually begins. 31,000 people. That's what the airport expected to pass through here today. This is the official start of spring break for students for Anne Arundel County Schools, which is where we are right now. This is the line that's outside. At one point, it was all the way to the entrance of the airport. So the person down there holding a sign that says, "Enter the line." It's taking people 3 hours to be in this line to get to the concourse. This did not end at any time soon. Even though the president says he may be money released for TSA. 37% of TSA workers have called on your budget.
I know, I didn't see that a lot. Just you're seeing there, and now, of course, ground stop, you say, because of possibly smoke and air traffic control, so the region. All right, thank you very much, Chief Montini.
When we buy Russian gas, we help indirectly finance Putin's terrible war in Ukraine, so for that reason alone. But apart from that, it's also very clear that we've been in that situation before, and it was not good for Europe. We were dependent on an enemy, and Putin weaponized that energy against us, blackmailed member states of the European Union, and we can never go back to that situation.
Where do you expect that Europe will be able to make up the shortfall? Because the initial shift from Russia to Qatar, particularly for LNG, now that's gone, and Asia's demanding energy. The US can't really provide much more, so there's going to be a shortage in Europe, do you think?
Well, actually not. This is not a security of supply issue for us. We have many sources of LNG, and we have diversified our suppliers. But you are right when mentioning that this is a real crisis for us, but it's more crisis that has to do with prices. That is serious enough in itself, but it does have some repercussions in regards to which tools we can use to solve these problems, and they are very different whether or not we're speaking about price crisis or a security of supply crisis.
75-year-old Abdullah Rahman, in illness and pain, is breathing, his labor, his face bloody, bruised, and swollen. Oh, it's broken. His family and multiple eyewitnesses say Israeli settlers stormed into his home in the middle of the night, beat him to a pulp. In his West Lane village of Qadisiyah, those same settlers have now established an outpost considered illegal even under Israeli law. Soldiers standing idly by until something else draws their attention. Producer Abir Salman identifies us as journalists, translating the soldiers' commands.
So the soldiers just immediately came up and started pointing us directly at us, telling them to sit down immediately. Obviously, we're not posing any threat here.
The commander comes straight for our camera. Within seconds, a soldier has just put photojournalist Cyril Theophilus in a chokehold, forcing him to the ground. The soldier who assaulted Theophilus continues to demand to turn off his camera before another smacks my phone.
So as you can see, what we have seen happen in the last 24 hours is that settlers came to this area. They settled that out, and then you have a lot of soldiers coming to this area with the Palestinians in this area. They're on top of the home of Imad, the man that we were just speaking to. We're seeing the soldiers treat the Palestinians in the area as a threat, when really what started this problem was obviously the settlers who came in the middle of the night and took over land that was not theirs.
The Palestinians here are detained and questioned. Soldiers detain us too, walk us back to our vehicle. They say they're trying to establish order between settlers and Palestinians. But as the cameras keep rolling, it becomes clear these soldiers are here in service of the settler movement. They also say it's personal. These soldiers tell me they were friends with the 18-year-old senator who authorities say was killed last week by a Palestinian driver. Palestinians dispute that account.